All right. Let's start. It's already 9:05. So, did everyone get all the pulls yesterday? Was everyone able to execute your SQL queries yesterday? Anyone who is not yet able to do it? Sirichanda, నీ మెసేజ్ చూసిన తల్లి ఒక్క నిమిషం యాడ్ చేస్తా GitHub లోకి. Hold on, I'm sharing my screen. Sri Chandana. Gajendra, you will learn that shortly in the upcoming sessions. Okay, you are added to the repo. You can accept and start looking into the notes. All right. Anyone who is still not able to get your SQL queries executed? Anyone? You should be able to execute all the 4 SQL queries which were explained to you yesterday. Anyone? Sare Gupta, what did you do? Tell me what did you do? Then I will solve your issue. Yesterday you did not do anything. No try jesa antunavu gaani no try cheyaledu. Endukante by looking at your screenshot I can tell you that you did not try anything. So I have given the SQL code also to you yesterday. Did you execute these 4 SQL queries one after the other in the same order? And if you are still not getting it, problem with your copy paste only. ఈ 4 SQL queries try చేసావా? Can you show me the output in the screenshot? Can you show me the output in the screenshot? Did you execute all the 4 SQL queries? Naresh, your issue is resolved. Were you able to install it? And ఇంకా 4 కి 4 execute చేస్తే ఇంకా కంగారు ఏం లేదు, వచ్చేయాలి ఆన్సర్. ఇక్కడ నుంచి కాపీ పేస్ట్ చేయాల్సింది. కాపీ ఫ్రమ్ హియర్, పేస్ట్ ఇట్ హియర్, అంతే. చేస్తుంది ఏం లేదు ఇక్కడ. ఒక్కోటి ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసుకోవాలి ఇట్లా. ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ ఈచ్ లైన్ ఎట్ వన్స్. At one point only, at one time execute only one SQL query. కంగారు ఏం లేదు, ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అయిపోవాలి. ఇంకా అట్లాంటప్పుడు ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అయిపోవాలి. Should not be a problem. Everyone in this session, why are we getting this issue? నీకు ఫస్ట్ అసలు ఈ 4 SQL queries వచ్చినాయా అసలు నీకు నీ మెషిన్ లోకి? Did you get these 4 SQL queries into your machine? Did you take a pull yesterday? Everyone, did you all also take pulls yesterday? Did you all also take your pulls yesterday? Did you get all the SQL queries? Lakshmi. So if any time, guys, listen to this concept very carefully. Devesh, hold on. So everyone listen to this carefully. So if ever your file is in blue color like this, see manual testing notes.docx. This one is in white color, but this one is in blue color. Similarly, even here also the SQL file, it is in blue color like this. It is in blue color. Why? And you can see at line number 2, you are getting this green color box like this, a small green color box. Nothing but, even I will get it like this. See. Even I will get it. Hold on. Even I am getting it here. Or I will add something else. Even I am getting like this. It means that you have updated something. You have modified something basically. Whatever was given to you, you did not write it like that. You have made some changes to the code, to the file I have given to you. This blue color or green color symbol like this. This green color symbol or this blue color symbol. See, even my file is in blue color now. See, it's in blue color here. It's in blue color here. Here also it's in blue color. It means that you have done some changes to the file I have shared with you. It means that you have done some changes to the file I have shared with you. And that is why Lakshmi was not getting any updates. I have already told you, never update the file I am sending you. What Lakshmi did was, she simply opened this file and after semicolon, she has pressed enter. He has pressed enter, a new line got included. So that is the change. As I told you, even if you include one comma, one full stop, one semicolon, one space, even one line, that will be a change and your pulls will not work. Your pulls will not work. That is why I told you, your NIT 9 PM project should be used only for reference purpose, not for editing. Never edit anything in your NIT 9 PM file, in your NIT 9 PM project, basically, whatever may be the file. And one more thing, Lakshmi, you seem to have changed something in your manual testing notes also. You have updated something even in your manual testing notes. So what will you do? You should locate the file. Which file is in blue color now? This file is in blue color. Right click on this file, git rollback. Git rollback. So whichever file is highlighted in blue color like this to you. Okay, whichever file is highlighted in blue color like this, or wherever you are getting this blue color line like this, right click inside that file and say git rollback. Git, click on rollback. Lakshmi, do it along with me. Git rollback. And then select your file and say rollback. Right click inside the file, whichever file you have made changes, or right click on the file name also, no problem. Right click and select git option. Right click and say git option. If there are any changes to rollback, you will get that file name here. If you have no changes to rollback, you will not get anything here. This will be blank. Select that file and click on rollback button. Select that file and click on rollback. So my changes are rolled back. See, my file is back to original. So now take a pull. Now take a pull. So that is why I've asked you not to make any changes in any of the files. Not make any changes in the files I share with you. You can copy paste them, but you should never modify anything in that. You should not even write your code in that. For the same purpose, I have asked you to create one more SQL file, .SQL file. You have created an SQL file, new SQL script. You can practice in a new SQL file, but don't practice in my file. Okay. What is the reason for this error? Can anyone tell me? What is the reason for this error? Exactly. There is already a database existing with the same name. So that is why even if my syntax is correct, even if my code is correct, it will not work because database names, table names, column names should always be unique. They should always be unique. There can never be duplicate database names, duplicate table names, duplicate column names. No. You can have duplicate rows, no problem. There can be duplicate data, that's all right, but there cannot be a duplicate column, duplicate table, duplicate database. No. Okay. So, not getting 4 queries. Did you take pull? Did you take pull? Did you take pull? After rollback, you should do pull. What is the error you are getting? Send me the screenshot. Even after pull, if you're not getting all the 4 queries, maybe you have not rolled back it properly. You did not do rollback properly. I can already see the issue. See, authentication failed. Authentication failed. What you will do in this case? Okay, hold on. I'll give you access. Hold on. Share your screen. I'm giving you co-host. Share your screen. Or are you from different device? Looking at your picture, it looks like you are in a different device. Expected. Super. So what you will do is, if you are getting like this, at the bottom you will see terminal. Click on terminal at the bottom. At the bottom you will see terminal. You did not finish your authentication at the beginning, so that is why you are getting it. When I asked you to do setup GitHub and all, maybe you did not do it. That is why you are getting it, but that's all right. So in the terminal, type something like this: git pull origin main, and then hit enter. Type this, type this, type this in your terminal. Type this in your terminal and then say git pull origin main. हाँ देवेश ठीक ठाक है, सब कुछ बिंदास है, सब कुछ बिंदास है, no problem. Looks like your queries are executing, so I would say everything is all right, no problem. एक एक क्वेरी को चुन के एग्जीक्यूट कर लो. अगर चल रहा है ठीक से, तो एक भी क्वेरी चल रहा है तो चल रहा है, बस उसमें कुछ ज्यादा सोचने की जरूरत नहीं है. So Lakshmi, after this what are you getting? Folks, what is the solution for this error? What is the solution for this error? What is the solution for Ravi's error? Exactly. There is already a table that is already created with the name employee. So you should take another name of, you should take another name for the table. You have already taken employee as the table name. Read the error once. Read the error. The error is pretty much understandable for you. It's in English only. You can understand the error. Most of the times you'll understand the error. By reading the error itself, you'll understand what the error is. Come on, make an effort to read the errors. Lakshmi, क्या हुआ? मैं क्या भेजूं आपको? आप ही मुझे भेजना है आपका स्क्रीनशॉट. ये टाइप करो आप. ये टाइप करो, टर्मिनल क्लिक करो आप, नीचे टर्मिनल क्लिक करो और ये टाइप करो आप. ये टाइप करो पहले. Guys, I mean, if you join from another device, I really can't help you. If you are joining from the same device, at least I can give you access. You can share your screen. If you join from a completely different device, I'm helpless. क्या ही कर सकता हूँ मैं भी. एंटर करो, टाइप करने के बाद एंटर करो. Supriya, that error is already discussed yesterday. You can refer to the error details in Slack group. No active connection issue was already discussed yesterday. You can check the Slack group. ये टाइप करके एंटर करने के बाद स्क्रीनशॉट तो भेजो लक्ष्मी. Exactly. This is what I was expecting. हाँ. अभी साइन इन विथ योर ब्राउजर करो. साइन इन विथ योर ब्राउजर कर लो. आपका यूजर नेम पासवर्ड सब कुछ टाइप कर लो. टाइप करके ऑथेंटिकेट कर लो अपने आप को. खत्म हो जाएगा. ये होने के बाद ऑटोमेटिकली आपको गिट पुल काम करेगा. आपको साइन इन करना है बस. अगर आपको कुछ डाउट है तो स्क्रीनशॉट भेजेगा. आई विल हेल्प यू आउट विद द इश्यू. Everyone should be able to execute these 4 SQL queries. Okay. Everyone should be able to execute all of these 4 SQL queries. Unless you guys send me the screenshots, I really can't help you with any of it. So if you want to look at all the tables that are present, where are tables present? Where are your tables present? Where can you see your tables? Exactly. Your database contains tables. So you can write to look at your tables. You should say show tables. As simple as that. Show tables. And you will execute this query like this. Show tables. Employee. हाँ चलो ऑथेंटिकेट कर लो. हो गया आपका. ऑथराइज. हाँ ऑथराइज दबाओ. हो जाएगा ना. Show tables. Tables in NIT 9 PM June 2023. मतलब tables in this particular database. There is only one table in this particular database. There is only one table in this database. That is why you are getting only one table. Okay. Next. So your SQL operations. Your SQL operations are of 4 types basically. Your SQL operations are of 4 types. Broadly classified 4 types. CRUD. Some people would like to call it as CRUD. Some people would like to call it as crude. Whatever you want to call it as your wish. No problem. But ultimately you do any SQL operation. It can be broadly classified into any of these, one of these 4 types. Okay. First, can anyone tell me what is C? Guesswork. I'm not asking you the exact answer also. Can you guess and tell me what is C? Exactly. C is create. Sometimes even insert also. C is create or sometimes even insert. What do you create? You create a database. You create a table. You insert some data into the table. This is what the create operation will do. Next, R. Can you guess now what R will be? R will be either read or retrieve. R will be either read or retrieve. If you want to read some data from the database or retrieve some data from the database, that is what R will do in crude. Next, U. Can you tell me what U is? U is update. U is update or sometimes even alter also. In terms of SQL, MySQL commands, it's update or alter also. D is either delete, drop, sometimes even truncate also. Any of these 3. So create is used to create a new data or insert some data, create new database, create new table. Whereas read is used to read or retrieve data from the table, or some people would like to say database. Next, U is for update or altering your table. Okay. Next, U delete, drop, truncate, whatever your table or a database, whatever it may be. So your database operations can be broadly classified into these 4 types. CRUD, create, retrieve, update, delete. Okay. So everyone clear till this point? All okay? All good? All right. Hold on. Let me put this for charging. All right. Cool. Let's go. So, did we already use create command anywhere? Did we already create command anywhere? What did we use create command for? Yes, we used create command to create a database and to create a table and to create table. If you want to look at all the columns that are present in the table, sometimes you don't know what columns are present in the table. You can write so columns from the table name employee. You can write something like this: show columns from employee. See, you get all the columns. How many columns do you have? 6 columns. The data types, all of these. So this is how you'll write your SQL query. Okay, next. So we have done our creating part. We have created a database. We have created a table. Now, does my table contain any data, or is it an empty table? It's an empty table. My table does not contain any data as of now. So I need to insert some data into the table. I need to insert some data into my table. How? Using the keyword insert. Insert is one SQL keyword using which I will be entering or inserting some data into my table. So how will you write? Insert into your table name. What is the table name? Employee. And let me give you a small example. Okay. Okay. Imagine this is your table. Okay. This is your table. Imagine this is your table. Okay. This is your table. So how many columns do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We have 8 columns here. How many rows? There is no limitation on the number of rows. You can insert any number of rows. You don't know how many rows you still have because you did not even enter any data. This is a empty table. So you don't know how many rows you have, but you can insert as many rows as you want. No problem. Okay. You don't know how many rows you have. So you are trying to insert some data. You're trying to insert some data into this table. Okay. Always it starts from the first empty row. What is the first empty row here? The first row itself. If you enter some data in this particular row, the next empty row will be this one. This will be the next empty row. So always data is inserted in the, when you use insert command, data is always inserted in the, at the last, that is the first empty row. Whenever it finds an entire empty row, that is when it will enter some data, whatever you data you want. So you have 8 columns. Sometimes you may be entering data into all the 8 columns, or sometimes you want to enter data into only 4 or 5 columns, or columns of your choice. If you want to enter data into all the 8 columns at once, okay, like this: serial number, name, employee ID, designation, salary, DOJ, all these 6 columns. If you want to enter data into all these 6 columns, how many ever number of columns are present. If you want to enter into all the columns at once, you will say insert into employee values. What is the first column name? What is the first column name? What is the first column name? Serial number. So what data type will you include in the serial number? Integer. So obviously I'll give 1 as my serial number. What is your next column name? Name. Obviously, if I'm writing my name, I should include it in double quotes. So I'll say okay, this is my name. Next, what is the third data type? Employee ID. What is the data type? Int. So again, I will write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as the employee ID. Next, designation. Right. Next is designation column. So designation is varchar. So I'll include it in double quotes. So okay, this is my designation. Next, comma. What is the next one? Salary. Salary is your integer. All right. Salary is your integer. So salary I'll give somewhere like 10 lakhs. Let's say 1,000, 1,000, lakh, lakhs. Okay. Next, date of joining. Date of joining. What is the data type for a date of joining? What is the data type for a date of joining? What did I give you yesterday? Date time. Exactly. Date time. Date time. What does your date time store? What does your date time store? Don't say date and time. It will store the exact date, month, year, and hours, minutes, seconds. All these 6 values. Date time means in date it will cover month. I mean day, month, year. In time it will cover hours, minutes, and seconds. So if you want to type all of that manually, you can type it, or else you can say now. Now followed by parenthesis. Now function. So if you use now function, it means at the time of execution of this query, whatever my system time is present, that system time will be captured. So why did I give Sachin Tendulkar here? And why did I not start with Sachin Tendulkar? Why did I give 1 first and Sachin Tendulkar next? Why not the other way? Some interesting answers. What is the data type of the first column? What is the data type of the first column? Int. So when I am asking for int is a number. Can I write Sachin Tendulkar as the number? No. So obviously, since the first column will accept only integers, I should type only numbers. The number can be anything. Basically, it should be an integer. The second column, it says name varchar. In varchar also, in place of Sachin Tendulkar, I can write Mumbai also, no problem. But when it says name, you should type only name so that the data has some meaning. All right. So that is why I've inserted serial number first, followed by name varchar. So that is why in double quotes, followed by employee ID, which is an integer. So no double quotes for your integer. Followed by designation, which is varchar. So double quotes your designation. Salary again is integer. So not required. So that is why I have not given any double quotes. Debug is date and time. So date and time, if I want, I can type my date and time like this. I can type my date and time like this without any problem. 2023, 06, 29. You can type it like this, but instead of doing this manually, you can simply say now function. We use now at the time of execution of this function, whatever my system time and my system date are present, that will be captured. See, executed. Updated rows 1, because you have inserted your first data, your first set of data. That is why it says updated 1 row. So right click and then you say, right click on your table name and you can say view table. Right click on your table name, expand your local host first. Expand your local host, expand your databases. Inside the databases, expand your required database, whatever your database name is, expand that. Inside that you'll have tables, expand your tables. Right click and say view table. Right click on your table name and say view table. At the top, you will see something called as data. Whatever data that is inserted into the table will be present. See, how is it storing my time? 21:35. Yes, I have executed this query just 30 seconds back. 30 seconds, 1 minute back. So that is why it has taken my machine time. So understood your insert query now? Understood your SQL query, insert SQL query? How to add brackets? Check it on your keyboard. You might have it. Anna, చెప్పండి అన్న ఫోన్ చేసిండ్రు. ఏడన్నా డేటాబేస్ సెటప్ ఉండే చుక్కలు కనిపించినాయి నాకు. ఏ ప్యాసింజర్స్ వచ్చినాయి అన్న ఇవాళ, నిన్ననే వచ్చినాయి ప్యాసింజర్స్. ఆమె కోల్డ్ వచ్చింది, మా అందరి మీద ఎగబడుతుంది, మమ్మల్ని అందరినీ తిడతా ఉంది, పిచ్చి తిట్లు తిడుతుంది మమ్మల్ని అందరిని. నీకు కోల్డ్ వస్తే నేనేం చేస్తా అని చెప్పి అని నా బాధ. ఇప్పుడు ఆమె రేపు వచ్చే టైంకి ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ అంతా రెడీగా పెట్టి ఆమెకి ఇవ్వాలి చేతికి. ఇప్పుడు సో ఇప్పుడు అర్ధరాత్రి మొత్తం పడుకుంది. ఇప్పుడు నాకు అదే ఆలోచిస్తున్నాను, అర్ధరాత్రి నైట్ అవుట్ చేయాలన్నా వద్దా అని చెప్పాను. హాలిడే రోజు కూడా ఏంది అని చెప్పాను. ఆల్రెడీ మధ్యాహ్నం 2 గంటల నుంచి నేను వర్క్ చేస్తూనే ఉన్నాను. చిరాకు ఉంది నాకు కూడా. అది సరే, నేను మీకు మళ్ళీ చేస్తా ఒక 45 minutes. మీరు నిద్ర పోతారా ఉంటారా? సర్లే పర్లేదులేండి. ఇక ఇప్పుడు ఏం రాను ఇక నేను, మళ్ళీ మీకు కూడా డిస్టర్బెన్స్ మళ్ళీ. acha sare anna right male right anna bye. All right, so everyone was able to execute this one. Everyone was able to execute this one. Are you guys able to see your employee records? Okay. Okay. So now function will basically insert your machine's date and time, whatever time is currently present on your machine at the time of executing this SQL query. At the time of executing this SQL query, whatever date and time is present on your machine, that will be captured automatically by the SQL query. So you have inserted all the values basically. But again, tomorrow you will get one requirement where you are supposed to insert only this one, this one, this one, and let's say this one randomly. Not all the 8 columns, any 4 columns, any 2 columns, any 3 columns. Basically, not all the columns. Your requirement will be not all the columns, any of the selected columns, any of the few columns. In that case, how will you insert? So let's say you want to insert only employee name, employee ID, employee salary. That's it. You want to enter only these 3. Okay, insert into employee. You should inside the brackets, you should say name. You want to insert name. So name is 1 column. Next, employee ID is 1 column and salary is another column. You want to insert data into only these 3 columns. The rest of the 3 columns, you don't want to insert anything. You should mention the 3 column names. You want to insert data into specific columns. I am inserting data into all the columns, all the 6 columns. The entire row is getting updated here. If you see entire row, in entire row, every single column is getting updated like this. But here I want only name, employee ID and salary. That's it. Only these 3 columns need to be updated. Then I should give insert into employee. What are the columns? I have written this in parenthesis or brackets. Your values. What are your values? First is your name. So you'll say your employee name. Next, your employee ID. Okay, next is salary. So salary will be something like this. So inserted only these 3 values. Now execute this SQL query. Yes, inserted. So let's go back to your employee table and let's right click and refresh. So can you see only 3 columns getting updated? What are the other 3 columns which are not updated? What value do they contain? Null. Null means, what is the value of null? Does null have any value? What do you understand by null? Perfect answer. 0. Null is not equal to 0. No, null is not any value. Null does not have any value. It does not store anything basically. Null means empty, nothing. Null means empty. Nothing is there. It's khali. Null or 0 are not the same. 0 is ultimately some value. 0 is a number. 0 means it is a number. Null is not a number. Null is not a value. Null does not contain anything. Null is empty basically or nothing. Don't confuse null and 0. Null and 0 are not both the same. Okay. So we have inserted these in values into these rows only. Sorry, these columns only. Only these columns are updated. Values are inserted into only these columns. The rest of them are null. The rest of them are null. Okay. Now What if I execute the same SQL query again? The same insert SQL query, what will happen? What will happen if I execute the same SQL query again? Okay, let me execute the same SQL query. I am inserting Sachin Tendulkar again. Take a look at it. Yes, did it execute? Yes, it was executed. So let me refresh my table here. Yes, another Sachin Tendulkar is inserted. But see, one company might contain two Chandanas, two Supriyas, two Lakshmis, or 10 Lakshmis, 10 Chandanas, 10 Supriyas. That's all right. But the employee ID of all the Lakshmis will be different. The employee ID of all the Chandanas will be different. The employee ID of all the Ashwinis are different. Maybe the names are same, but the employee ID is different. Will you ever see an employee or two employees having the same employee ID in a company? Will you ever see two people having the same Aadhaar number? Name may be different. State may be different. District may be different. Pin code may be different. Address may be different. Apartment also, sorry, name may be same. State may be same. District may be same. Pin code may be same. Apartment also same. Flat number also same. But ultimately, Aadhaar card number will be different. Same to same. Employee name may be same. Employee designation, both of them are senior testers only. Both of them draw 10 lakh salary. Both of them have joined on the same date. Maybe pure coincidence. But ultimately, employee IDs will be different. Ultimately, employee IDs will be different. How do you identify one Ashwini from another Ashwini? Based on her employee ID. Based on her employee ID. You know that both of their faces are different. If you look at their face, you can say, acha, this is so and so Ashwini, this is so and so Chandana. You can differentiate, but how will database differentiate you? Database is not artificial intelligence. It cannot look at your face and identify you. No. How will it identify that this Ashwini is different and this Ashwini is different? Based on the employee ID. There will be some unique value. There will be some column which accepts only unique values. Now see this employee column. It's accepting duplicate values or not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it accepting duplicate values? Yes or no? It's accepting duplicate values. It's accepting duplicate values. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's accepting duplicate values. Not acceptable. కనిపిస్తలేదా ఇక్కడ మీకు స్క్రీన్ మీద కనబడతలేదా నా స్క్రీన్ is everyone able to see my screen? Then what makes you say not acceptable? కనబడతలేదా ఇక్కడ? Your table, this particular column, employee ID column, it's accepting same values. It's accepting duplicate values basically. So that means your table will accept duplicate values. So that should not be the case. What if this Sachin Tendulkar has 12 lakh salary and this Sachin Tendulkar has 10 lakh salary? Instead of giving 10 lakhs to this guy, this particular guy got 12 lakhs, and instead of getting 12 lakhs, this guy got 10 lakhs when the salary was credited. Do you think this Sachin Tendulkar is going to accept it? He's getting less salary. He's going to accept it? No, he will not accept it. He should have gotten 12 lakhs, but he got only 10 lakhs. He should have got 10 lakhs. He got 12 lakhs. He got more. He got less. So the person who has got more, he will sit quiet, no problem. But the person who has got less, he will not sit quiet. So that is why everything can be same in your column. All of the column values can be same, but at least there should be one column which should accept only unique values. There should be one column at least which accepts only unique values. So if you have inserted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, again there should never be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 record again inserted anytime. Even if you try to insert, it will say duplicate record or already exists. It should say something like that. So you should design your table in such a manner. So currently, is your table accepting duplicate values or not? Currently, does your table accept duplicate values or not? Yes, currently your table accepts duplicate values. It's accepting duplicate values. So you should design your table in such a way that it will not accept any duplicate values. So what should be unique in this particular employee table? Which column should be unique? In this employee table, which column should be unique? Which column should accept original values, no duplicate values? Employee ID. So what will you do is when you are creating your table, so this is your create table SQL query. You copy this create table query. Okay. You copy this create table query, the same exact query. But again, can I execute this query again? Can I execute this query? No. Why? Why can't I execute the same query again? Exactly. The table already exists. So I should write a slightly different name. I'll say employee underscore unique. The table already exists. So after writing all my columns and the data types, at the end, I should write something like primary key. And what will be my primary key in this case? Which column acts as primary key? Employee ID. Employee ID acts as primary key in this case. So create table employee underscore unique. So is it created? Yes, it is created. Let me refresh my tables here. Yes, employee underscore unique got created. See, one is employee, other one is employee underscore unique. So we can create two tables, no problem. So now let's insert these two values into my other table. Into my employee underscore unique table also, I'll enter these two values. Insert into employee underscore unique values. Sachin Tendulkar, senior president, 1 lakh, 10 lakh salary, all of that. Next again, insert into employee underscore unique, all of this. So let me execute both of these SQL queries again. This is also inserted. This is also inserted. Very good. So let me take a look at my table. Right click on my table name, view table. So I've got two records inserted into my table. Two records are inserted into my new table also, your employee underscore unique table. So understood till this point now, how to create your primary key, how to include primary key. Understood till this point or any confusion? Okay. Now, what I will do is, I'll again try to execute the same Sachin Tendulkar record, SQL query. There is already Sachin Tendulkar record here. But what I will do, I will again execute the same Sachin Tendulkar SQL query. But this time on the employee underscore unique table, not on the employee table. Under the employee underscore unique table. For the employee underscore unique table, I will run the same Sachin Tendulkar record again. What is it saying? The statistics. Duplicate entry 1, 2, 3, 4 for key primary. What is it saying? Duplicate key 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means you are trying to insert the same record 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whereas this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 employee ID is primary key. What is your primary key now? So what did you understand by primary key now? By primary key, what did you understand now? No duplication allowed. Is this how you will explain? Exactly. Every employee ID should be unique. Whatever that you are inserting into this particular column, employee ID column, once you enter this value should never be used again anywhere. This should never be used anywhere again. Okay, this should never be used. Once this value is used in the employee ID, that's it. This is one and final time. That's it. Again, you should never use this employee ID for any employee. Unless you delete this record, you cannot use this employee ID ever for any other employee. So that way you will have only unique employees in your company, unique employee IDs. All right. So understood my point here? So now, what if I want to insert the Sachin Tendulkar record again? What should I do then? What if I want to insert the same Sachin Tendulkar record? What should I do then? I want to insert another Sachin Tendulkar record. What should I do? Don't say execute the query. 100 times imposition if you say that. Remove primary kiya. Atla possible avadu. Not possible. Once you design your table, don't mess with your table structure. Secondary key. No, there is nothing called a secondary key. Then simply take this SQL query. Child key. ఎవడు చెప్పిండు అది? నేనైతే చెప్పలే child key అని చెప్పాను. Change the employee ID. Change the employee ID. That's it. But still, it is not accepting. What should I do? Still, it is not accepting. What should I do? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 employee ID is already taken by KL Rahul. So you cannot insert another record with the same duplicate ID. So this time you should say 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, your employee ID is created. See? No problem. But why are we getting duplicate Sachin Tendulkars then? Why are we getting duplicate Sachin Tendulkars? Is that allowed? Yes, there can be 2 employees called as Sachin Tendulkar in a company. No problem. There can be 2 Sachin Tendulkars in a company. No problem. That's not wrong. That's not illegal. Okay. Same salary, same location, same designation, everything can be same. Completely all right. No problem. What is wrong in that? Both of them have cracked their interviews and attended and got a job. So that should not be a problem if you ask me. And it is accepting duplicate values in the name because it's not defined as primary key. Primary key is only your employee ID. The rest of the columns are not primary keys. Out of the 6 columns, only primary key is for employee ID column. The rest of the 5 columns are pretty much relaxed, pretty much chill. You can insert whatever you want as per the data type. Why we use primary key? अरे वही तो बताया था अभी पूरा 15 मिनट से. आपको क्या समझ में आया प्राइमरी की कॉन्सेप्ट से? What did you understand by the concept of primary key? Tell me now. For unique, बस खत्म उसी लिए फिर. डुप्लीकेट डेटा नहीं रहना चाहिए इसीलिए प्राइमरी की यूज करते हो. वही तो है कॉन्सेप्ट. That's it. Take a pull, everyone. Take a pull. Please take a pull. So if you take a pull, you should get it till line number 23 in .sql file. In .sql file, you should get it till line number 23. Okay. So you should be getting till line number 23 if you take a pull. So whatever SQL queries I have explained today, all of them are shared with you. Straightforward. Supriya, you did not follow whatever I have explained earlier today. So recollect whatever I told you just a while ago today. What did I tell you? अगर ऐसा हो रहा है बोले तो roll back, खत्म. और क्या? Roll back and then take pull. Obviously git pull fail क्योंकि तुमने यहाँ पे अपना query लिखा है. I told you not to write anything. Roll back and then pull. Maybe it is taking some time for you to reflect. थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा तुम्हें आने में. Maybe depends on your machine का speed. That's all right, Devesh. Okay. So done. Okay. We have inserted some values also. Okay. So let's also try to insert. Okay. Let me give you one more example. Let me give you one more example. So in this one, is it accepting null values? Is it accepting null values here? Yes, it is accepting null values. But sometimes you want to strictly restrict people from not entering null. You don't want people to null. You want people to enter some value. You should never enter null as the value. Maybe you want the table in that fashion. You want the table that way. You don't want people to have null values. You don't want people to enter null values to your table. You want always some values in the table. In that case, how will you design? Because even this table, even though there is a primary key in this table, this is accepting null values, which should not be the case. Your table should not accept null values. What you will do is you will create another table. This time that creating table should be something like this. Create table employee underscore not null. So what will you do? Same to same rows. Imagine same rows again. But this time primary key, okay, let's use primary key also, no problem. Let's use primary key only. But what I will do additionally is, I will say employee name varchar 50 and I'll say not null. Not null means it can never be null. The employee name cannot be null. It should always be some value. Or here we have inserted designation as null. No, you can say designation as not null. Let me say designation as not null. Not null means if you try to enter null value or if you're not entering any value, it will not accept your SQL query. You cannot. You can use the entire not null for your entire table. No problem. Next, here again, the serial number is 1 and here also the serial number is 1. But do you think each time you will insert serial number manually? The serial number automatically should increase each time. First time if you execute, it should be 2. Second time if you execute, 2. Third time if you execute the query, it should be 3. So automatically the serial number should increase all by itself. You need not give the serial number. So what you will do is serial number int auto underscore increment or auto increment nothing but auto increment is nothing but it will keep on incrementing all by itself. You need not write anything when you are inserting. Automatically it will increment. No problem. Let me create a table. Okay. I should declare my serial number also as primary key maybe. Okay, I have created a table. Another table I have created. See, employee underscore unique. So this time, let me insert Sachin Tendulkar record. Employee underscore not null. Okay, not null. I will not give my serial number. It should be automatically taken. Next, I will not give my employee ID, employee designation. Let's see what will happen. I need not give my serial number each time. It will be auto incremented by itself. Okay, I'm not giving my employee designation. Okay, I'm not giving my employee designation. So what am I inserting? Serial number, comma, name, comma, salary, comma, EOJ. These 4 I am inserting. Employee ID also I am inserting, I believe. So yeah, employee ID. Let me execute this query. Or that's all right. Let's not give serial number because this will be auto incremented. That's all right. So what does it say? Field designation does not have a default value. Field designation does not have a default value. Why? Field designation, it does not have a default value. Why do you think you are getting this error? It says field designation does not have a default value. There should be some value in your designation. In your designation column, there should be some value at least. You should not give it null because when we have designed the table, you said designation is not null. It cannot be empty. So that is why we cannot go without inserting designation. We should always give some value to designation. We should give always some value to designation. So designation, comma. So before salary, I will say okay. So let me execute this query now. Yes, it is executing fine. So let me refresh my table. Yes, 1 is automatically inserted. I did not type 1. If you look into insert query, do you find my serial number inserted anywhere? Do you find my serial number inserted anywhere? I did not insert my serial number anywhere because serial number is auto incremented. Last time it was 1. So next time if I execute another query, it will take 2 automatically. So Sachin Tendulkar, okay, president. Okay, let me execute this SQL query now. Yes, executed. And let me refresh this again. So Can you see 2 automatically being incremented here? I did not give my serial number. I directly started with Saurav Ganguly. Serial number got automatically increased to 2 because why? Why did it get automatically increased? Because for serial number, I have said serial number is integer data type and it should be auto increased always. Whenever you execute your query, it will auto increment for itself. No problem. It will auto increment. So now, did you guys understand what is the meaning of not null, auto increment, primary key? So now, did you guys understand all of this? Okay. So out of the 4 crude operations, what did we complete? Out of the 4 crude operations, CRUD crude operations, what all did we complete? Update. When did we update? I did not write any code for update. No. So we are done with the first operation. In crude, the first operation is C. So create and insert. Only C, but create and insert are done. You have created a database, you have created a table, you have inserted some data into the table. You have done all of this. But again, now, what is the next operation? What is the next operation? Read or retrieve. Read or retrieve is the next operation. So how will you read your database? Simply like this. Select star. Star means all, everything. Select all from your table name. Employee. Select all from employee. Select star means all. Select all from employee. Khatam. See, all the data that is present in the employee table has been retrieved. But again, select star is a very bad choice of writing your SQL query. Never write select star because since this table is very short, it has only 3 records. Select star will give you 3 records. That should not be a problem. But if it is a very large, huge database, and if you do select star, your machine might crash sometimes. So maybe it's not a good choice to do select all from the table. So always be careful. Always be careful when you are doing select all. Star means all. Okay, let me push this code. So if you guys now take a pull, you should get it till line number 31. So if you guys now take a pull, you should get it till line number 31 in your IntelliJ. Come on, fast, take a pull. Okay. So I hope everyone has got it till line number 31. All right. So if you do not have any queries, maybe we can close it here for today. If you do not have any queries, we can close it here for today. आपका SQL शटडाउन हो गया है. No, Chandana, you will learn that again tomorrow. That is the basic SQL query. You will learn the rest in tomorrow's session. Maybe suddenly, Supriya, you have stopped your SQL server. Maybe that's the reason why you are getting it like that. I don't know why. It says blocked port. Maybe you have MySQL server and XAMPP both in your machine, or there may be some other software which is using the same port. So you should identify what that software is and either you delete that or delete XAMPP, any one of them. Anything else, guys? Anything else? All right. All right. So I believe you have got all your SQL queries. So we can close it here for today. I'm stopping the recording here.